Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Geominutes, where complex topics are broken down to simple terms with respect to geography. In the last episode, we have seen what is geological timescale, and in this episode, let us delve more into the details of the geological timescale. And for this to understand, let us first go with the basic understanding of a time. For example, normally when you say a millennium, it is 1000 years, a century, it is 100 years, a decade, 10 years, 1 year is 365 days and or 52 weeks. So 1 week it is 7 days. So 1 day it is 24 hours, and 1 hour it is 60 minutes, and 1 minute it is 60 seconds. So this is how the time frame, in general we have an understanding of the measurement of time. But when it comes to geography, or when it comes to understanding the time that has took for us to reach here, especially from nowhere to somewhere here with this technology and everything, especially the human evolution or the life forms or the formation of oceans, whatever it may be, this measurement or this technique to measure the total time, now this is called geological timescale. Chronological arrangement of the events is called of the major events, major life changing events, you can say, or major game changing events that have took place for us to come here. Okay, so first and most important thing is, all this since its inception, like there is a famous quote, like we are 4.6 to 4.7 billion years of evolution, so we better act that way. Okay, so the formation of the earth, we have already discussed. Big Bang theory started some 13.7 to 13.8 billion years ago. Now here our geological time scale, this is measured just from 4.5 billion years ago. Why billion years ago? BYA billion years ago, MYA million years ago. So this you have to remember. So from 4.5 billion years, our this recorded fossils or recorded rocks or fossils or whatever it is, we have found recorded evidences that actually were helpful in creating a geological time scale. These geological time scales are first, they are divided into eons, eras, periods and epochs. So you don't have to worry, I will decode it, each and every eon, era, epoch, periods and epochs in detail. Okay, first let us try to understand it in a very simple manner. Here you can see, so this is eons are periods and epochs is the cheat code. So this is a sentence, eons are periods and epochs. Okay, so these are, if you spell it as the R is ARE, if you reverse the spelling you will get era. Eons, eras, periods and epochs. So this is actually, what is this eon, era, period and epoch? These are nothing but our year, month, day, minute, hour, minute and second, so on and so forth. Here eon is the biggest time frame, then which comes era, later periods, later epochs. Okay, so this we will be understanding in detail. First, in this class or in this session, you will be knowing how to remember, exactly how to remember the order of these things. Okay, now see, eons are periods and epochs is a sentence, eons, eras, periods and epochs is the original form of this thing. Next we will be seeing, this is the eon. Eon is the biggest this thing. Now these eons, there are 4 eons. What are these 4 eons? You can clearly see here on the board, it is Hadeon, Archeon, Proterozoic eon, Phanerozoic eon. So this is the time frame is clearly mentioned, 4.5 billion years ago to 4 billion years ago. This is Hadean, the very first beginning of the earth. Okay, later 4.4 billion years to 2.5 billion years ago, you call it Archean. Later Proterozoic eon is actually 2.5 billion years ago to 5.5 million years ago or 550 million years ago. Phanerozoic eon is just 550 million years ago to the present moment. Okay, so here Hadean, Archean, Proterozoic eon and Phanerozoic eon. So to remember these eons, let us remember one sentence, that there is a prophet who is actually professing his lecture or whatever. Maybe it is a religious one, but we are not at all concerned with that. We are concerned with the lecture or the professing was awesome. So we can code it as, hey awesome prophet. So at the end of the session, when you feel that hey awesome prophet, that can be used as a code, cheat code for this. Hey means H, Hadean, awesome means Archean, pro means Proterozoic, Phe means Phanerozoic. So this is the cheat code to decode or to learn or to memorize eons in a very simple manner. Next comes your eras. As I told you, eons, eras, periods and epochs. Now to understand these eras, you have to imagine that there is a pale button. Pale means light color button in your hands or whatever. Okay, so when you have this understanding, simple logic to remember eras is, press the pale button to message the center. So this is the sentence you have to remember, press the pale button to message the center. Okay, so when these eras are, now press means Precambrian era, Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era and Cenozoic era. So this total from Proterozoic to Phanerozoic eons, now you have come to here. This Phanerozoic era is again divided into these things: Precambrian, Paleozoic, Mesozoic and Cenozoic. This is the cheat code. Now let us see the cheat code for periods. For that you have to assume an animal camel. By using that camel, we will write a code through which we will get the periods. Okay, so you can clearly see camels often sit down carefully. Camels often sit down carefully, perhaps their joints creak. So this is the code sentence to decode or to memorize the periods. Okay, and there is an order you have to maintain. Camels often sit down carefully, perhaps it should be in the one line, and last three letters words, their joints creak, in the second line. I'll tell you why. So you can clearly decode it. For camels, Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian and Carboniferous, Permian, and their joints creak. You have Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. These are the 9 periods, and apart from those 9 we have again 2 periods which are, without using the code we can remember them, that is tertiary and quaternary periods. Okay, so here the first 6, the top 6 periods come under the Paleozoic era. The next 3, Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous, come under the Mesozoic era. Okay, and the last tertiary and quaternary come under the Cenozoic era. So this is it, and now we will be seeing the epochs from here. Cenozoic era, you will be seeing the epochs. Quaternary period, you have again it is divided into epochs. We have dealt with eons, eras, periods, and the last one is epochs. These epochs are the quaternary period is divided into the present epochs. In this epochs, let us assume that there are eggs on a plate. Okay, when you are at home and when your darling is at home, she has to serve you breakfast as eggs, let us say. Okay, so you come to the table and sit down, and just in a loving manner you will request her that, what you will request? Put eggs on my plate, please honey. This is the sentence. Put eggs on my plate, please honey. Okay, so with that you will be arriving at the epochs. So put Paleocene, eggs, Eocene, Oligocene, Miocene, Pliocene, Pleistocene, and Holocene. Now we are in the Holocene epoch of the present times. So this is the cheat code for this thing. So I hope you understood well about the eons, periods, epochs, eons, eras, periods, and epochs in a very well manner. Now in the next class we will be heading towards understanding the major geological events that has happened during these eons, periods, epochs, eras. Eons, eras, periods, and epochs. Okay, so if you understood the class well, just comment down at present what eon, era, period, and epoch we are living right now. Thank you. Stay tuned.